See how to cook quinoa perfectly fluffy, non-sticky, without any oil. And welcome to Nari Sakhi. And this quinoa, you can use it in salads. You can make a meal out of it by adding chickpeas. You can use it in a different way. It's every grain is separated, and we didn't use any oil. So first take quinoa. Make sure you measure it because then we can add water accordingly. You should clean the quinoa, rinse it with water very nicely because quinoa has a natural coating of saponin which is bitter and it's not that healthy also to consume it. Sometimes you get quinoa which is pre-washed and the coating is taken care of, the saponin is taken care of, but still it's better to rinse it. After rinsing it, throughout this water which I've used, you can also rinse it under the tap. And if you have time, then if you can soak quinoa for 10 to 15 minutes in water, it is well and good. If you don't have time, just soak it for about 5 minutes. So once you soak it, I'm going to rinse it one more time. So totally I have rinsed it 3 times, 2 times before soaking, and now this is the final rinse. Because sometimes it can taste bitter if you don't rinse it properly. If you have taken 1 cup of quinoa, take 2 cups of water. Let it boil. Add quinoa to that. And you can add spices to this, or you can make it plain. If you are freezing it, then I would not add salt because it becomes very sticky little bit. So here I'm not going to freeze it. I'm going to use it right away. So salt, turmeric, you can add all the dry spices at this point like cumin powder, red pepper powder, any spices you want to add, you can add. Coriander powder also, it goes well, and every time I make it differently by adding different spices. After 15 minutes, put off the gas stove and let it cover it and let it steam. I'm just showing you, but I'm going to let it sit there for 5 minutes by covering it. At this time, you can add fresh spices or fresh herbs like cilantro, parsley, mint. It's become nice and fluffy. So once you put off the gas stove, you can add this fresh spices so it will absorb the steam, will absorb the flavor and also not make this herbs wilted. So if you want to store it, you can store it in the freezer for about 1 to 2 weeks. You can store it in the refrigerator for about 4 to 5 days. Every grain is separated. Make sure that quinoa is cooled down completely if you are storing it or putting it in the refrigerator. You can use this quinoa for salads. See, it's not even stuck at the bottom. So you can use this quinoa for making salad for your meals. You can just store it in a little bit portions and you can stir fry vegetables and add to this. So many ways you can use this quinoa. So I hope you find this video helpful. Please post any comments or questions you have. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe Nari Sakhi for more such videos.